Welcome to Upper Michigan Source Weather on Demand for April the 2nd. The high reached 55 degrees, the low 42. Some spots in the Upper Peninsula over the southwest into the south central did get up into the 60s. The record high, though, look at that, 5 years ago up to 75 degrees. That was quite a warm spell, and it was quite a warm spell yesterday. Temperatures were up into the 80s at the Twin Cities, but a little cooler air started working in, and there's really evidence of colder air upstream that will flow in behind this cold front that should sweep across Upper Michigan during the night tonight into early tomorrow. Quite a change for tomorrow. Highs are expected only in the lower 30s in the north and east with brisk northwest to northerly winds, 30s elsewhere, and there may be some 40s over the far southern UP, places like Iron Mountain and Menominee. Again, that wind will be brisk, and the cold front will usher in low clouds, and there should be a lot of clouds lingering through the day, probably a clearing trend from the southwest as the day wears on. Then on Saturday, a weak low in front will work across the Great Lakes. There's a chance of a little light snow and flurries, nothing significant. If the precipitation makes it far enough to the south and places like Iron Mountain and Menominee, there could even be a raindrop mixed in. Here's what's going on. That low that helped to draw up the warm air is now moving off to the northeast, so the cold air behind it will become established. And by the end of the weekend, the way it looks, a trough will start entering the western portion of the country. The cold pool will be up to the north and should stay there for the next few days. And one lead disturbance will quickly move out of that trough and could produce some light snow that could brush the far southern UP. However, then high pressure will likely reassert itself for early next week. Eventually, the trough will roll to the east, and there's a chance that a decent low could come out of the southwest and head toward the Great Lakes. If that would occur with the cold air in place, we may have to deal with some wintry precipitation, but that would be a little later next week. Your TV 6-day forecast. In the meantime, look for temperatures generally below average. Highs through the weekend, 30s, some 40s in the southern UP.